Oh, because there's no. Okay. I see. I had to use it. That's right. That's right.
How amazing would that be?
For that third match again for the 2026 World Cup. We're at their practice facility right here, though, right behind me are plenty of microphones and cameras. No, not for me, but for the Team USA players. We're about to hear from them, getting that brief in just a few minutes. And some of the things we're talking about is that big win over Australia. Take a look at those. What a great match we saw just a couple of days ago. We'll ask about that crowd at that game. We started a World Cup tournament for them that has been destroyed, but now the Bucks are moving through the tournament. Later today, as just mentioned, they will be back here. Irvine shortly to start that training session. But again, the team's going through back here live, but the focus is really to see for Thursday night against Turkey, and we know it's going to be exciting. Again, in just a few minutes, we'll be hearing from some of those players and Matt Smith as well. I'm just so excited to hear what they're going to continue doing to keep those things going here.
A mí me parece que Messi no va, no, Messi no, no, Messi un boludo, 20 goles. ¿Qué pasó? Oh, you're cheating, you're taking advantage of our friendship, huh?
definitely feel it. Like, you're making money, you're the star, you're the one who's sports life. Why do you have to be reporters? Like, yeah, so whatever. It's a bummer. It's a bummer that the Padres are just so much money and clearly they see the leaders. Okay, got it. Thank you. He's so defensive. It's just because he's like scary. Whatever. I've never been in that position.
Anyone want a sound check? Anyone want a sound check? Check, check, 1, 2. Hold on. How's the position of the player right here? Good. Good. Check 1, 2. Edwin. Edwin. It's good. Everybody. Sibilance. Sibilance. Welcome to the Orange County Great Park. Mic stand, good height for you guys? Keep in mind, these guys are tall. Okay. Okay.
Good morning.
How are you feeling today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
Max, so what has this World Cup experience on the whole been like for you so far?
Yeah, it's been amazing. Obviously, like it's an unforgettable experience. It's like super special to me because I'm from California and like all of our games have been on the West Coast. So yeah, it's been awesome, and I'm obviously happy that we're doing super well, and we want to keep going for sure.
So Turkey lost first two games. It would be an advantage for you, or maybe we want to win the last game. And which players do you know from Turkey especially?
Yeah, I mean, even though they lost their two games, I mean, nobody wants to go out of a World Cup on a disappointment. So I think we're all aware that it's not going to be an easy game. Obviously, they have quality players. So we're not taking anybody lightly, regardless of the circumstances. And yeah, looking forward to it.
Max, this team, since Mauricio was appointed, had some up and down struggles in the friendlies. What clicked and changed once this World Cup started that you guys look like a completely different team and the energy and vibes are just so different?
Yeah, I think the main thing that comes to my mind is I just feel like this is a really close, special group. Like all of us as players are really close. The chemistry is there. We've all kind of known each other and been in and out of camps for like the past 18 months, I would say. So I think that's the main driving force. And then obviously our coach does a good job of creating a good culture and just like a competitive environment, I would say, in training. Like it's very intense. So I think it just translates to the games very well.
I know the match doesn't really have any impact on where you guys are going in the standings, but why do you feel like it is important for you guys to not just settle for a tie or a loss, but to actually get a win?
Yeah, I think just momentum, to be honest with you. You don't want to go into a knockout round having like a bad feeling of how the last game went. So although we have advanced, I don't think it changes anything in terms of preparation or mentality. So yeah, I just think it's very important to try and continue to ride the wave of good performance.
Max, I got a random question for you. We've been asking players around the tournament. What's the hardest thing about being like an elite level football player that the average person wouldn't understand?
I would say just being away from family, to be honest with you. Even if you have them at your home, like you're always traveling, and yeah, I just feel like you have to sacrifice a lot of valuable time with like your loved ones. But I mean, that's just part of the job, to be honest.
And is there anything about the game itself, like on the field, that people, just watching, millions of people watching on TV, wouldn't quite understand?
I would say maybe just like the intensity of the game. I know sometimes I feel like when you're watching, like you may think it just looks easier than it is, but when you're on the pitch and it's just very intense environment, like it's not as easy as it looks. I guess that's what I would say.
But how is the communication with the Latin guys? Do you speak in Spanish? They teach you some words? What can you say?
Yeah, I speak a little bit of Spanish. I grew up in California, so I grew up around a lot of Latino people. So I can understand a good amount. I speak a little bit. I try to practice as much as I can with our coaching staff and some of the other guys who speak Spanish. So yeah, I'm gonna keep working on it though.
¿Podrías hablar algo en español? ¿Cómo te sientes en esta Copa Mundial?
Estoy practicando español todos los días y estoy listo para este partido en jueves y estoy emocionado. Someone needs to send me that clip. Someone needs to send me that clip.
Sentiment around like the locker room. What does it keep saying? Your teammates says what's that sentiment?
Yeah, it's really good right now, to be honest. I feel like it's just a big sense of togetherness. And yeah, like I said, I just think our coaches did a really good job of creating we're happy with the results, but we're never satisfied, not getting too high, not getting too low. And yeah, I just think we're in a really good place mentally right now. And, individually, I just want to contribute as much as I can to that environment.
A lot of players have contributed here during this World Cup, coming off the bench, getting a start, for example, Pepe. With 4 players on a yellow, the group already sewn up. Has there been talk about guys getting opportunities to play?
No, not really, to be honest. We haven't heard anything about that. That's obviously the coach's decision, and whatever he decides, obviously we're going to be on the same page with that. So, yeah, we'll see.
What does it mean, though, for you guys to, be receiving the opportunities that Coach said you guys would receive? In a sense, it's like a lot of guys keep a short rotation. He's been able to get guys in different names getting in the
Yeah, I think it's just a testament to like he believes in those players. You know what I mean? He makes everybody feel a part of the group, included, whether they're starting every game or maybe haven't played as much. So, yeah, I think it's just like I said before, it adds to the element of like togetherness. You know what I mean?
¿Crees que la expectativa del grupo ahora es más elevada después de lo bien que han jugado? La expectativa es más alta. Expectation is higher now. Español, si puedo.
We can keep it in English for now. I got my Spanish out for the day, but
You got people's expectations.
I did. Yeah, I think the expectations are high. You know, we won the first 2 games, so obviously everyone is expecting us to keep going, and that's what we want to do. I mean, we're not taking any opponent lightly, and I think that, like I said, that's why even more this next game against Turkey is going to matter because it's going to keep the momentum going. Yeah, obviously everybody knows his quality is very important. One of our leaders on and off the field, and yeah, happy to see him back in training, and yeah, we all know what he could do. So.
Have you become a massive John Denver fan? Do you like the song Country Roads Take Me Home?
It is a good song. You know, I think it's very symbolic of America, obviously, and I think some guys do, like the dual national guys, like they had no idea what was going on after the game. But yeah, it was definitely a good vibe, and after the game to do that.
Have you guys been playing the song like in the camp at all, or not?
Honestly, no. It's just one of those songs I think everybody kind of knows. So.
Max, over here. The importance of Major League Soccer in this national team. You know, before it was thought that if you play in Europe, you had a secure spot in the national team. With Mauricio Pochettino opening that door for players like you and some of the players, what do you think is the importance of Major League Soccer with the national team right now?
Yeah, I think it's very important. You know, I think it gives obviously players like myself a platform to show what I can do. Obviously, it's not on par with the same levels of the top 5 European leagues, but I do believe there's still value and quality of players in that league. So yeah, obviously, like you said, our manager has kind of felt the same way, and I think it's really good for the sport, to be honest. I think for soccer in the United States, in order for it to grow, the domestic league has to be, you know, filled with quality. So I think it's really good for the league.
Is that part of the culture that you were talking about?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think like anytime, like myself, I see all these players that play for these top teams, and I'm in MLS. It's like I feel more motivated to prove myself, and I think for the most part, all the MLS guys feel that way. And I think yeah, it adds to the culture because it's just a bit more adds to that intensity and competitiveness in training. Thank you guys.
If anyone has a wireless mic, I need it to be removed because it's causing an issue with the frequency. All cameras need to be plugged into the mult box. So whose is this? There's also a TUDN. Who's this? Este es el del mult. Este es el que está agarrando la señal. So, who's this TUDN? Where are you at? It's good? Okay.
Matt, they say it's not that you make a big save, have a big moment in the game that you feel like the World Cup goalkeeper. What moment was that for you where you're like, okay, I'm in the World Cup and I'm in?
After the first game, Tony Jimenez came over and gave me a hug and said congratulations and said you're a World Cup goalkeeper right now, or he said you're a World Cup goalkeeper now, and it was obviously a very cool realization. but it filled me with really a hunger to play as many games here and to advance obviously as far as possible, so that I get even more games and this team gets more opportunity to show what we can do.
What was it like to get that clean sheet? It's been 9 games since we had a clean sheet for the U.S. So to be able to do that against a team like Australia who had scored on you guys back in October.
Yeah, I think the guys in front of me did an incredible job all day, both competing for duels and tactically making the right decisions and being smart with the ball, being confident with the ball. So really, I think it was a full team clean sheet, and so obviously an honor to get a clean sheet in a World Cup. It doesn't happen often, so very excited. But I want several more clean sheets in a World Cup.
Matt, it has been quite a World Cup for the keepers. Have you seen other games, like for example, what are your impressions of the other goalkeepers?
Yeah, obviously there's been some fantastic goalkeeping performances here at the World Cup, and it's a I'm very proud of the group that we have and the way we've controlled games and done a great job to be proactive in our defensive foundations.
Matt, we've talked a lot about hydration breaks throughout this World Cup and even before. Now that you've played 2 games, had them in the World Cup, how do you like them? Do you not like them? Do you feel like it disrupts the flow? Do you feel like it helps if you guys are doing a strategy?
Yeah, I don't really have. I'm pretty indifferent towards it. I've done it before in the MLS, so it's not too new for me.
Matt, you're surprised that Turkey eliminated the group. Now, do you think it's an advantage or disadvantage for the last game, and especially which players know from Turkey?
I mean, I think really regardless of whether or not they're eliminated, I think it's a strong group and a competitive group. Obviously I played them in my debut, so I'm familiar with them, and really we're focused on ourselves, and all 26 guys are focused on being ready to compete and ready to continue the momentum that we've built.
Have you guys had any conversations about playing in a knockout round and figuring out like who you guys are going to play, because it's so fluid and you guys just probably aren't going to find out till just really a couple days before?
Yeah, it's interesting. I was actually just talking about this earlier today. I'm a guy that really just doesn't start to look at any of those scenarios and try to guesswork it, because really it could change up until I think the 27th. And so I'm personally more focused on preparing myself this week to be able to compete and win our 3rd group stage game, which is important to continue the momentum.
Obviously, this was a tough competition, a close competition for the goalkeeper job. Now that we already know that you're the starter kind of going forward, what's been your relationship with the other Matt Turner, and afterwards you guys have a conversation? Has he been supportive? I'm just curious, sort of, after a tough sort of competition.
Yeah, obviously he's been supportive. We have a group of 26 guys that all want to play, and the minute the decisions come out, we're all supporting each other. I think it's very clear in the way that we've celebrated the goals, and so I think with that type of mentality, it shows that the team is in a very strong spot, and so obviously he's also been very helpful, with advice and encouragement, and the World Cup is not many people get to experience it and play in it, and so to be able to have him help me along that journey and be supportive of me obviously means a lot. Yeah, we kind of just answered that. I'm pretty indifferent towards it. It's hard to focus on you guys. He was also our chauffeur. He drove us here on a golf cart, and we get here and we said, Wes, do you have a meeting? He goes, no, I just wanted to drive you guys. No. He's an all right driver.
What's he like the camaraderie of this team as a whole? You guys seem so close. Yesterday, Chris took a ball to the face. Everyone else was busted out laughing. Just how close-knit is this group?
Yeah, I think I've heard before I got here. I heard from some people, some mentors, that it's such a special experience. Obviously, there's the World Cup and there's playing in the World Cup, but what they were talking about was how a group bonds and how a group becomes a family within a World Cup setting. And I didn't really know what they meant, but now I know what they meant. It's such a special feeling to, we go back to our hotel and it's very isolated, very secluded, and it's just us there, and we really just get to be ourselves and, bond and become cohesive off the field.
Matt, has anything? Matt, they're great goalkeepers in South area. It's like Keylor Navas, Memo Ochoa from Mexico, who played his 6th World Cup this week. What are your reports about the age and Memo Ochoa was in the 6th World Cup?
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's a legend, and it's he's 6 World Cups is no joke. So that's so much credit goes to him for continuing his career for such a long period of time. And I also think in that same vein, there's so many American goalkeepers and so many people within the to look up to, and hopefully I have as long of a career and as successful a career as them.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.